Hey guys, so the other day I got a question from Kayla, and Kayla was asking, when tracking macros, when looking at carbohydrates, should she focus on net carbs or total carbs? And this is a great question, and so I thought, you know what, this would be a great video to explain not just what to do, but why you do it. So check it out. Okay, first, let me define what are net carbs. So you might see this on a food label and you'll see in a big circle starburst and says, hey, there's only 7 net carbs in this food, but then you flip it over and you see total carbohydrates like 29. And so what they're doing here is they take the total carbohydrates and they subtract fiber and then they subtract sugar alcohols. The theory behind this is because the 7 grams of carbs that's left over in this example is the only thing that you have to worry about for that food. Now, this is misguided. Let me explain why. The reason why this is false is because the idea behind net carbs is that those other carbs, the fiber and the sugar alcohols, aren't absorbed by your body. Well, this is not true. Now, it is true that they are a lower impact on your blood sugar. However, they are still an energy source and still need to be counted towards your macro. Based on the type of fiber, whether it's soluble or insoluble, soluble fiber especially is going to provide additional energy and nutrition. Now, you're not going to get the 4 calories per gram like you would in traditional carbohydrates, but you could get up to 2 grams, which does impact your calorie balance, which at the end of the day, that's what's going to determine ultimately whether you're in a calorie deficit or a calorie surplus. Similarly, our sugar alcohols. Now, these are modified carbohydrates that, again, do not absorb and give you the amount of energy that a regular carb does. But there are a lot of sugar alcohols out there, and depending on which one you're dealing with, it could be as low as 1 point something up to 3 point something. So again, you're getting energy from these carb sources. So therefore, you still want to include those in your total intake. So you look at the food label and you look at your total carbohydrates, not your net carbs. Okay, so then do we even care about net carbs? And I give the guidance as, yes, it's a good gauge when you're looking at products and you see something with low net carbs, you know that it's going to be a lower impact on blood sugar. Now, that doesn't mean that anything that doesn't say net carbs on it doesn't have the same effect. It certainly does. You just look at it and you have to do the math yourself and subtract the fiber from the total carbs, and that gives you your net carbs, and decide on what kind of impact it's going to have on your blood sugar. But again, at the end of the day, it's calorie balance. One side note here is this is packaged and processed food. You can't go wrong eating whole foods, and whole foods still, by definition, have net carbs if they have fiber. So something to think about. All right, great question, Kayla. I hope this helps, and I hope if you watched this video, you enjoyed it, you got something out of it. If you do, please hit the like button, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to put the link right here for my introduction to what is a flexible diet, which dives in a little deeper on why you would be counting macros versus eating, just based on calories. So thanks again for watching. Until next time, keep making every day count.